Jiren is now the last fighter remaining on the side of Universe 11, and at the end of Dragon Ball Super episode 126, he announces that he will show us something and powers up, presumably, to his maximum power. As Goku narrates the next episode preview, he says that Jiren reveals his true power, so take that how it is. But the purpose of this video is to talk about how at the end of the episode, after Toppo was knocked out, Dispo and Toppo cheer on Jiren from the sidelines and say, "We're counting on you," but Jiren says, "You're pathetic, I expected more from you." This is a dramatic change in Jiren's character, who up until now has remained very cool, calm, and collected. Jiren has been relatively silent up until it is the finals. Once Universe 3 was knocked out, Jiren started to change his character, talking smack to Goku and company, asking them, "How did the last victory you'll ever experience taste?" And this is the first time that we really saw Jiren start to change. Goku asked Jiren, "How can you say that? How can you call your own teammates, your own pride troopers, pathetic?" And the reason he said this is because Toppo had to throw away everything, throw away all of his morals and values just for power, and he still lost without knocking out a single opponent. Toppo literally signed a deal with the devil just so that his universe could survive, and he lost anyway. And if you think about it, it is pretty pathetic, but it still took everybody by surprise coming from Jiren, who has remained so calm and collected up until this point. Now we begin to see some arrogance coming from Jiren, arrogance which may in the end actually turn out to be his downfall. He gives a smile and says, "Feast your eyes on this." Now he's going to unleash his hidden power, hold nothing back, and take on all of Universe 7, at least all of the fighters that are remaining. Does this arrogance and confidence out of him come from the fact that he knows there is nobody stronger than him and that he can't lose? Or what I believe is that he is actually a little bit frightened and agitated. Coming into this tournament, he probably thought there's absolutely no way that Universe 11 is going to lose, especially with their arsenal of fighters and he himself, who has unreal amounts of power. But after fighting Universe 7 for so long and seeing all of their capabilities, their power-ups, their talents, and the way that they break their limits, I think Jiren is a little bit worried here, and this is the cause for the change in his character. A little bit worried, probably not too much, but now Jiren has 4 minutes left to knock out 4 members of Universe 7 before the time limit runs out. The clock is ticking for Jiren, and although he has a lot of confidence in his own abilities, you gotta see that you're up against 4 versus 1 and you only have 4 minutes to win this fight. And that's gotta take a toll on your mental stability, knowing that your universe could get erased if you don't just step up your game and defeat everybody. Now the entire universe's weight is on his shoulders in order to win this tournament. In the next 4 to 5 episodes of Dragon Ball Super, we're going to see a dramatic change, even more so in Jiren's character. A character who has up until now pretty much just sat on the sidelines observing and saving his stamina, but now he can't do that anymore. He can't simply stand there and wait for opponents to challenge him, which technically is his style. That is what Belmont even said. Now he is forced to come outside of his comfort zone and start a battle with 4 opponents with a clock ticking down. Now Jiren has a lot of power still held in, probably power he hasn't released in a really long time. But that power could have consequences, it could have weaknesses. As we saw Frieza on the Namek Saga, when he went 100% power, he did have a lot of weaknesses. And forcing Jiren to come out of his comfort zone and use his maximum power could actually be his downfall in the end. I think if Jiren was very aggressive from the very beginning of this tournament, he may have had a much better chance of Universe 11 winning than just sitting on the sidelines and being patient up until now. Because now he doesn't have any of his teammates supporting him, and he has to deal with a multitude of threats with that clock ticking down. As the tournament progresses and we reach the finale, I think we're going to see Jiren become even more arrogant, even more cocky, and especially way more aggressive than we have seen previously out of Jiren. Jiren's only choice now is to bulldoze all of Universe 7, He has to be on constant offense. That is going to be a sight to see, and I'm wondering how Universe 7 is going to respond. We know in the next episode of Dragon Ball Super, Goku and Vegeta are going to get hammered by his aggressive onslaught, so it is beginning, and Android 17 is most likely going to give up his tournament life just so that Goku and Vegeta can survive the next episode. My real question is, where does Frieza come into play? 17 and Frieza don't really have anything to offer in the fight against Jiren. If Ultra Instinct Goku can't even scratch Jiren, 17 and Frieza literally can't do anything. So I'm wondering what their roles are going to be. 17 obviously is going to be a sacrifice, but my real question is, what is Frieza going to do? And I've talked about this in videos before. I think that Universe 7 may simply win with numbers because Frieza may remain hidden up until the very end. A lot of people think that Frieza is going to get a new form and he's going to be able to challenge Jiren. I don't think so. I think episode 127 is going to be a pretty straightforward episode. We're going to see Jiren unleash his hidden power or his full power, true power, whatever it is, and he's basically just going to completely wreck all of Universe 7. Goku there saying that Jiren is smashing all of Goku and Vegeta's all-out attacks, so Goku and Vegeta's attacks won't have any effect on Jiren. He's going to pummel them, he's going to blast them, and then he's going to try and eliminate both of them with some mega nuke explosion, but 17 is going to give himself up to save them. So that's, I think it's pretty clear cut what's going to happen in the next episode, but my real question is, what happens in the episode after that? With Goku and Vegeta laying on the ground, severely beaten, Vegeta is completely exhausted because of his battle with Toppo and all that power he dumped into the final explosion. Somehow he's still able to go Royal Blue, but he's still pretty exhausted and beat up. Goku his stamina has come back for the most part, but he had two incredibly intense battles in this tournament already, and he's not 100%. So with Goku and Vegeta, neither of them being 100% while Jiren is, both of them are on the ground, as you see in one of the frames from the next episode preview, beaten up and exhausted. How are they gonna win? What is the next step? I'm really curious what's gonna happen in episode 128. Is Frieza gonna step up? Is Goku gonna get Ultra Instinct? Are we gonna get Vegito? What is going to happen? Because it seems like Android 17 is pretty much a get out of jail free card, and once he's eliminated, there's going to be no room to breathe for Goku and Vegeta in episode 128. I seriously doubt Frieza is going to sacrifice himself in the same manner that 17 does just so Goku and Vegeta can survive. I could be wrong there. It would definitely be interesting to see that kind of change in the character development of Frieza if he somehow changed to the point where he gave up his life for Goku and Vegeta. I don't really think that's going to happen, which is why I was talking about earlier. I'm wondering what his role is going to be moving forward. Maybe he could use his psychic paralysis on Jiren, but Jiren, if he can break through Hit's time cage, I seriously doubt that Frieza's psychic moves would have any effect on him. I think it's very possible, if we're not going to get Vegito, that Vegeta will get knocked out in episode 128, and that could be the catalyst for Goku to regain his Ultra Instinct, giving us 2.5 episodes of Ultra Instinct Goku vs Jiren as the finale, with Frieza still hiding under a rock somewhere. Jiren may knock out Goku, and then time could run out, and it could actually end up in a tie because Frieza is still alive in the tournament and there's still one fighter left on each side. And if that's the case, we don't know what happens if it's a tie. I think that would actually be really good story writing if basically Goku loses but Universe 7 does not. It's technically a tie. And the reason I like this is because this gives Goku someone to look forward to battling again. This gives us this super powerful enemy, even stronger than Beerus, that Goku's going to be like, I want to get strong enough that I can challenge Jiren again and beat him. And that's going to be exciting to watch, a rematch between Goku and Jiren. So I hope that Dragon Ball Super does get a continuation and we eventually will get to see that. I think it would be great because Goku almost always wins the fight, and that would be something different and refreshing. But for that, we will find out within the next few episodes of Dragon Ball Super. Guys, we are probably going to get a major spoiler for episodes 127 through 130 or something like that, maybe 128 through 130. I think this week, if not this week, probably next week. So be on the lookout on my channel with notifications enabled if you want to see those spoilers. I almost don't even want to look at it because I feel like it's going to ruin the end of Dragon Ball Super, but I'm going to have to look at it. Thanks for stopping by Mastar Media today, and one more quick note. I'm almost done with Anime War Episode 6. It might be out Friday, guys, and get ready for the best animation Mastar Media has ever produced.